here in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. It's the 2023 Slippery Rock Baptist Campground preseason volleyball tournament. We got the First Baptist Mighty Eagles on the near side in the blue, the Portersville Christian Warriors on the far side in the navy blue. Both these teams have played twice so far this season, and both times the First Baptist Eagles have come out on top. Will this be a repeat of history, or will we find a little remix here in the grand finals of this year's tournament? One of these two teams will be named the victors. Right now, Grove City Griffins played against the Portersville Christian School in the losers finals. So one of these teams has an undefeated record. That is on the near side. And, well, the other team will have to beat them twice. We'll see how they go. Right-hand attack there by Cooper. Deep inbounds as it hits the line. And the first kill is a beautiful spot on the far side line. Samantha Cooper smiling ear to ear like a butcher's dog as they take up the lead 1-0. Taylor Hendricks here, number 25 to serve. Taylor serves it softly to that left side. One to try to take out the setter, but I'm not sure if that's entirely true because Izzy Green is not Portersville's setter. Maybe he's trying to catch him off guard, give him something weird to talk about. Solid serve there by Izzy Green going off the hands of Taylor. Near side set by Osterlin. Right hand there by Ashton Metz. Diving play. McCaslin finds his way forward. Near side set. Right hand goes off. Ellie Hendricks down on the near side. And that will come back over to the Portersville side. Here's number 9, Izzy Green here to serve it up for the Portersville Warriors. Throws it right down the straight. Hands on Taylor. Finds Osterling right side for an attack. Good control there by Charles on the defensive side. Butterworth right hand comes across. I think it might have been out of bounds from the Candy Canes as it crossed that the net. But I'm just the guy holding the camera about 50, 60 feet away from that judgment call. I have full faith in referee Ann that's in the stand for tonight's game. So it's 2-2. First Baptist, Portersville tied. Good handle there by McCaslin. Throws it back towards the net. Bumped up there by Charles. Right hand, Ellie Hendricks hits it across. Thrown back up, and it will find its way over. As the handle from Kata Steele on the near side front, number 5 for Portersville. Had that final say. I wasn't sure if it was going, but it was in fact gone. And it's now 3-2 Portersville. Served there by Naomi Dutois. Goes off Taylor Hendricks. Topside Osterlin finds Cooper right hand over the block. Diving play, but not enough. That one lands underneath the fist of Naomi Dutois. Dutois has been nursing some sort of discomfort this whole tournament. Yesterday, went down for a dive on a ball, hit the back of the left elbow, and ever since, it's just kind of been soft, kind of been delicate. So every dive you see number 15 on Portersville do, gonna be a hard one to overcome. Over the shoulder there by Butterworth. Cooper finding his way right side. Ashton Metz back down center. Ellie Hendricks there to bump that one over the sidearm. McCaslin. Near side by Charles. Finds a right hand there. Over the net and off the block it goes. Kata Steele gets a point for the Portersville Warriors. They lead at 4-3. A sub is called. Looks like Katrina Eisler onto the court to serve this one off. Kara Butterworth off to the bench. 7 serves in. Portersville leads at 1 as it's 4-3. Taylor Hendricks with the first one. Pass goes top side to Cooper to send it off. McCaslin. Bumped up top side, right hand there. Through the block of Ellie Hendricks and down to the floor. Charles sends her regards. Katrina Eisler to serve again to the back line. That's going to land well in bounds. That's the back line. Cuts through the key. Out to the corner, then down the side. You can also see it cut through that key. Man, I feel dyslexic just saying that. Osterling, top side, finding his way over the top, help to Maddie Metz in the front middle. Topside set, thrown off a block of the defense, finding his way off Kaylee. Diving play Maddie. Now he's going to fall off the back end. And a secondary touch. Portersville Warriors taking a demanding lead, 7-3. You get 1 timeout per game. Pastor Ben just conferring that with the ref. It's a good thing I can read lips because now we got that info as well. Good service there by Katrina Eisler. Taylor Hendricks getting a piece of that one, but that's going to be it. That's the end of that rainbow. According to the paper, outside on the bracket, this is a best of 3. First 2 games are to 21, final game to 11. So if Portersville is to win this best of 3 series, they got another one waiting them, as you got to beat a team twice to kick them out of a double elimination bracket. First Baptist has not lost today or yesterday. What a shot down the straight. First Baptist making a statement there, because we might be down 7 to 8 or 4 to 8 currently with that extra point. We're not going silently into the night. We're going to make you work for it. Ellie Hendricks serving that over. Diving play, but not enough to keep it in bounds. On that back line, Izzy Green once again trying to sacrifice the body to keep that point from happening. Once again, feeling the burn. This floor is very unforgiving. The hardwood floor, something that's not very, it'll let you know exactly how much your sacrifice is costing. Right hand Kylie, Spink not able to get it to go. Secondary try, kept alive by Kaylee. On the top side set, Cooper with a shot, stopped by Eisler. Diving play by Sayla, not able to get that one across or back to a teammate on that front line. Charles thinking about it, mulling it over, letting it go. It's a sport ball game. 6-8. Great serve by Ellie Hendricks. First touch is made. It's playable by Green. Finished off by Eisler on the front line. Kaylee with the first. Osterling left that one to Ellie Hendricks. Right hand by Cooper. Down the straight. Kept alive by Eisler. McCaslin back into the frame. They're going to send that one up and over. Oh, that looked painful. Hard knees to the hardwood floor. Ellie Hendricks trying at the last-ditch effort to take that one back. Butterworth on the court to play the front in spot of number 22, Katrina Eisler for the Portersville Warriors. Here's number 5, Kata Steele to serve the 10-6 ball game. Warriors on top, looking to grow it. Solid serve down the straight, diving play to keep it going off to the near side. That one's thrown up, but not across there by Ellie Hendricks on the back line. 11 now for Portersville, 6 for First Baptist. Sub is called. Butterworth off. Eisler on to play the setting role on the front line. Solid serve there by Kata Steele. Goes off Kaylee. Finding its way off Maddie. Thrown over by Samantha Cooper. Diving play there by Steele. Near side set. Eisler finds a tip over top by, I believe that was Green on the near side. Right hand attack by Maddie Metz. Would have been in bounds. Great play there by Eisler. Set down center. Thrown up and across the double doink. The third touch. The fourth is made. And referee Ann was adamant on that fourth touch being called. And a great call it was. 12 now for Portersville. 6 on the board for First Baptist. The serve it is Kata Steele. Lobs it up over and that's out of bounds. First Baptist picking up point number 7. They're back within 5. Samantha Cooper here, number 2, to serve it up for First Baptist. Leans right on it. Green, back set, finds Eisler over to Charles, and that's going to be a point for First Baptist. Kinsey McCaslin here to serve it up. Wearing the libero jersey as of now. It's served, goes off Ellie. Far side set there by Maddie. Right hand Ashton goes off of the attempted dig. And that's going to be enough to put it to bed for that sequence. 8 now on the board for the Eagles. They got to make it back to 13 to catch the Portersville Warriors. Maddie Metz here to serve. Nice and short, trying to catch them sleeping. Right hand attack goes off the block of Taylor, and that's going to land in bounds. Great attack there by Sayla Charles on the far side front. Portersville Warriors picking up some steam, adding their 14th tally to the game. Here's Charles with the serve, number 11 in the navy blue. Throws it up and across, finding its way off the hand to Samantha Cooper. Right hand, Dutois, not over the net. On the back pedal was a little bit too much opposing momentum to get that one back over, kind of like the Kobe fadeaway. Few can do it, but only a couple can master it. Something like that. Taylor serving the 9-14 game. Diving play there by Steele. Finding his way up Charles. Backline attack. McCaslin shooting, scoring, and another point goes out to the Portersville Warriors. He said, you might have had us in the winner's final. We got you in the grand finals. We got a long road before that statement's completed. This is game one and possibly a best of, would it be 9? Portersville's to win the championship. They got to get, oh, they only have to get 4 wins. Never mind. It's a best of 7. That's pretty easy to math out. It's this best of 3. If Portersville wins this best of 3, there's another one waiting for them with the bracket reset. Ashton Metz, nice serve, and the point. Oh my goodness, a beautiful spot. A diving effort by Kata Steele, not enough to deter that ball from just going down. 11 now, First Baptist, 15 for Portersville. Off the right hand, down it goes, inbounds. My goodness. Absolutely a marvelous attack. First Baptist picking up some steam. A lot of morale was gained from that attack. Sometimes morale is what you need most in a series as close as this one. Good service up and across, finding its way up to the far side. Butterworth there to finish it off. Cooper gets it up. Osterling here with the far side set back over to Smith. Cooper throws it. Oh, tries to throw it over. Ball just didn't want it. Naomi Dutois here to serve it up, number 15 for the Portersville Warriors. Beautiful serve, goes off Taylor. Osterling, near side, right hand, Ellie Hendricks, kept alive by Dutois. Sets it up far side, Butterworth going to be the attacker. Haley with the first touch. A tipping battle won. Josie Osterling, the Titan. Now he's going to come back over to Portersville because of, I think they're saying, net contact. Man, I thought Osterling just absolutely dominated that tip battle. I thought the ball was what made the net move. But hey, we're not at liberty to say from this angle. I'll tell you that much. Cooper tipped up, not across though. Ellie Osterling finds his way to Cooper for the third touch to finish it off. Portersville made a touch during that tipping battle, and that's why the count reset. Now it's a hair out of bounds. Portersville forfeiting the point on the missed target. 13 now for First Baptist, 17 Portersville. Here's Josie Osterling, number 3. Solid serve down the straight. Getting set up center lane, right hand there by Spink. Going off the hands of Taylor Hendricks. Set up far side, looking for Ellie to finish it off. Able to do so, and a few touches, not enough to get that one back up into the wheelhouse for Portersville, and it'll come back First Baptist way. 14 Eagles, 17 Warriors here in game one. Josie Osterling there with a great serve. Goes off to the near side from Butterworth. Diving play, not able to get underneath it. Kata Steele trying to overexert herself, keep the ball alive. Osterling thrown up and across. Finding its way far side, thrown up, and that's going to be in bounds. Portersville picking up a big point there. They make it 18-15, 3 away from closing out this first chapter of play. Substitution called. Katrina Eisler, 22, on to serve in spot of number 7, Kara Butterworth. Kara. I still need to ask about that one. I want to say it's Kara, but I have no. I'm just going to stick with the last name. Far side set. Cooper with the right. Takes it across, but not enough to take it past Steele. McCaslin with the second. Finalizer there by Green. From that back line, Osterling finds his way forward. Set up and finished off by Ellie Hendricks. Charles, Spink, off the block. Kept alive by Kaylee with the first. Secondary by Maddie Metz. Right hand there by Cooper to finish it over to the Portersville side. Near side set. Finds its way off the one and only Kata Steele. Tipped up and over by Cooper. Eisler. Charles with a set. Spink with the right hand. Not able to get that one across. It felt like you hit a fish with a bowl noodle as far as it's gone. And I don't mean that to sound a little mean, but I'm just calling it like I see it. 16 serving 18 here in game one. A beautiful serve, my goodness. You see the spiral. The wind just did not want to get in the way of that ball. Ellie Hendricks, marvelous, chef kiss. Another one looking for another victim. Goes off Charles. Eisler, backline attack by Green. Blocked down! Taylor Hendricks! And that ties us up at 18. Service by Ellie Hendricks. Bumped over to the far side. Tipped over the block of Taylor Hendricks, finding his way off Cooper. Right hand comes down. Spink with a point. Portersville taking the lead 19 to 18. We'll see what Kata Steele has for us as the server. Number 5 for Portersville. Sent over top. Goes off Kaylee. Far side set looking for Taylor Hendricks. Touches that one up and over the netting. An near side set. The right hand by Green. Ellie Hendricks. Top side finding his way to Samantha Cooper with a right-handed attack. Saved alive by McCaslin. Right hand to cut across. Not able to get a pass Maddie Metz. But no setter was there to help her along with that mission. And it's match point Warriors. Kata Steele here to serve number 5 for the girls in the navy blue. Thrown down the straight, thrown back by Osterling, dumped over by Spink, goes off the hands of Osterling for the first, second by Maddie Metz, and finished off by Taylor Hendricks. McCaslin to the setter, back over to Spink, thrown over with the random window washer, wax on, wax up, Mr. Miyagi style attack. And that's the end of game one. Portersville 21-18. First Baptist. We'll move into game 2 and bring you back when we're ready to rock and roll once again. Both sides back on the court, ready to rock, ready to roll here in this best of 3. Portersville taking off that first set in this game. We'll see if they have enough to make it a 2-game sweep or if they're going to throw it out. Try again in game 3. Portersville did make the statement. We'll see if First Baptist will have the response. Referee hand gives a signal to start the game. Playing at 21, capped out at 23. Official word from the referee. We ride. Handled by McCaslin, goes off Charles, back center, finished off there by Dutois. Hendricks finds Osterling. Ellie Hendricks once again throws it over the top. Alive by Charles, Eisler near side. Izzy Green thrown over the block, kept alive by Osterling. The near side set comes up and over, finding McCaslin on the defensive side. Lost over to Portersville, the ball never made it over the net. Now it comes back downtown, courtesy of that front line from First Baptist. Taylor Hendricks here to serve the 1-0 game. Beautiful serve. McCaslin here with a hand on that one. Eisler. And a right-hand attack comes up and across. Kept alive by Taylor. Osterling topside right hand. Heading to the net. And Ashton Metz not able to get that one elevated. One on the board. Charles with a great serve. Handled there by Ashton Metz. She'll get the strike on the right side. Hits the top of the net, the white border. Takes another victim here today. Portersville leads here in game 2. Service by Charles, handled by Metz. Osterling back to Ashton Metz with a right-hand attack down the straight. McCaslin finding his way off Charles. Tipped up and across there by Steele. Maddie Metz. Or no, that was Ashton Metz. Right hand, nice block, Dutois on the front line. Her right back down where it came from. Zayla Charles here to serve. Number 11, sent down the straight, going off the hands of Maddie Metz. Osterling, right hand by Ellie Hendricks. Into the ceiling, comes right back down straight. I tried to catch it in the frame. I was way too far zoomed in. I thought that was enough, my bad. 5 serves into it. First Baptist down 2-3. Ashton Metz with a great serve. Finding its way off the hands of Charles. Right hand McCaslin thrown towards that back line. Kept alive there by Ashton Metz. Osterling throwing over with a great sidearm. They dumped that one off. Right hand Green. Kept alive Maddie Metz. Osterling off the right hand of Cooper. Diving play by McCaslin. Kept alive by Charles. And a final save. That might have been out of bounds, but we play on. Osterling to throw it over. Finding its way up Butterworth. Charles near side. Right hand Green deep. And that's out of bounds. Maddie Metz here to serve the tie ball game at 3. Served up and across, finding its way off to Charles. On the right hand, Green, deep, out of bounds once more. Ashton Metz with the serve, going off Butterworth. Charles here with the far side set up. Backline attack, McCaslin stopped by Maddie Metz. Osterlin, set across there by Ellie Hendricks. Set back line, right hand Charles. Hits the top of the net, not close enough to get that velocity on it. That one falls down, thanks to the 7th defenseman out there on the ice, the court. Wow, that was just my hockey. That's a hard habit to break. 5-3, First Baptist leads. Solid serve there by Ashton Metz. Finding a way up and down it goes. Ellie Hendricks taking that tipping battle personally. Ashton Metz here to serve the 6-3 game. 4 unanswered points on the board for First Baptist. Portersville needs a response to stop the bleeding. There's only one timeout, and that's exactly the break they were looking for. The ball returns out of bounds. Service by Izzy Green. Taylor Hendricks. Josie Osterling looking for that tip up, but not able to get that one past the Portersville wall, but that one will! Josie able to find something in the corner pocket. And it's now 7-4. Osterling serve, finding its way off steal. Right hand by Naomi, and she finds a point. The blocker goes up. You know, there's someone right behind them that might be wide open. The one that dealt it will be the one to deal it again. Naomi, with the last point game, she'll be the server. Run it up and across, finding its way stilled by Ellie Osterling. Cooper there to finish it. Diving play with a 4-on try. Not able to get that one back into the fray. Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Ellie Hendricks there with that serve. McCaslin finding its way off Taylor Hendricks, thrown over, but it's out of bounds off the First Baptist offense. 6 now for Portersville, 8 on the board for First Baptist. The gap is down to 2. Katrina Eisler subbing in. Take this serve. It's about a number 7. Kara Butterworth. Eisler's serve hits the top of the net. Her first serve. I think that is the first service error for her this season. Preseason. Either way. Samantha Cooper serving it over, finding its way off Green. Near side set by Eisler, right hand by Charles, and that's inbounds the call. I don't know if I agree with that one fully, but I'm just a guy. Kata Steele serving it. Diving play on the return off the one touch. Green, Eisler back over to Green. Sets this one up and across, finding its way off the hands of Ashton. Back off Maddie. Ashton shooting, goes off the block. Diving effort by Eisler. Not able to get underneath it in time. (10-7). Maddie Metz here, number 11 to serve. Hits the midsection of the net. That one will go back out to the navy blue C. Kinsey McCaslin. Libero with the service. Throwing up, hits the ceiling, comes down faster. Osterling was ready for it. Off the right hand, Taylor goes with a strike down the straight. Steele wasn't ready for it. And it's now 11 for the Eagles, 8 for the Warriors here in game 2. First Baptist with a loss in this game will push us to a bracket reset where we play another best of 3. If they win it, we go to game 3. Play to 11, win by 2, and I think it caps out at 13. If memory serves right. Garrett Butterworth back onto the court. Katrina Eisler onto the bench. Portersville serving up their 9-some, looking to make it 10. Solid service, and that's going to be in bounds. Portersville breaking double digits with that one. She throws it over deep into the zone, goes off Cooper. Nobody there, closer to help it out. Taylor Hendricks thought about it, and that was enough. We're tied at 11s here in game 2. Portersville Warriors picking up a few unanswered points, coming in a big way. Charles here to serve again, number 11. Finding its way off Osterlin. Right-hand attack there by Ashton Metz. Diving play, McCaslin not able to grab a hold of that one. Eagles feeling pretty all right about that one. Taking the lead back 12-11. Playing at 21 here in the second game. Capped out at 23. Service up and across. Handled there by Butterworth, front and center. Punched up into the ceiling. No contact made. That one's going to come down somehow, some way. My goodness. Not able to get it. Ashton Metz back foot slipped. That is unfortunate. 12-12 on the board. Izzy Green, number 9, serves, hits, I think it was Butterworth in the back of the face. Josie Osterling here to serve it up. They lead 13-12. Service up and across, handled by Green. Charles with the secondary. Nobody there with the finalizer. Dutois thought about it, so did Steele. Neither of them actually committing. Osterling there with that service. Going off to the far side, Butterworth here with the right-handed attack, going past the block over to Osterling for the dig. Right-handed attack there by Cooper, goes off McCaslin, kept alive Charles, and then finished off by Steele. The near side set finds Maddie Metz. A little disgruntled down the center. Dutois gonna bump that one over. Good center set. Ellie Hendricks over top, finding Charles on the defensive end. Right hand Dutois reverses that one, but Taylor Hendricks sitting right at that spot. Nice right-handed attack down the straight, thrown up by, I believe that was Charles. Sent forward, and that's finished off. Over the netting, but not in. Oh my goodness, it didn't skip. That was a beautiful point by Izzy Green on the third touch. But as wishes were butterflies, something about coconuts. We won't have any. You know what I'm talking about. Solid serve on the 15-12 difference on the board. First Baptist leading. Tipped by Dutois. Goes off of a diving effort. I believe Maddie Metz. It was Maddie, number 11. 13 now Portersville, 15 on the board for First Baptist. Naomi Dutois here, number 15 to serve. Off the side of the fist of Ashton Metz, finding its way Naomi. Back set over to Butterworth with the right hand. Cuts it across, not able to get that one past the net. And it will fall back to the First Baptist side to serve. Ellie Hendricks here, number 0 for the First Baptist Eagles, 16-13 the score. Thrown up and across, applied by McCaslin. Charles, right hand attack by Butterworth, inbounds! What a spot! With that, a rotation will be made, and a substitution with it. Butterworth onto the bench, Eisler onto the court. She'll get the serve. Katrina Eisler here, number 22. Beautiful serve, shallow near side. Cooper the first. Finalizer, it's in the net, and that will come back off the hands of Taylor Hendricks. Caught with her hand in the cookie jar, caught with her hand in the netting jar. I don't know what the difference is, but it's out there somewhere. Either way, Portersville gained point 15. They're back within 1 as First Baptist sits at 16. Taylor Hendricks, back center. Thrown over there by Ellie Hendricks. McCaslin, Eisler. Top side to throw it across there by Charles. Few diving efforts, finds a right-hander there by Cooper, and that's out of bounds off the deep end. Portersville Warriors, First Baptist Eagles, tied at 16. Thrown over. Ashton, tipped off by Steele, diving play Cooper, not able to get any help there for the First Baptist Eagles, and what a tipping match that was. 17-16, Portersville leads for the first time in a long time. Trina Eisler with that service. Going off the back line, and that's going to land out of bounds. Timeout by the First Baptist Eagles. First Baptist 16, Portersville 18. When we come back, Portersville has the serve. Both sides looking to take back onto the court, look to get this one put to bed. The one timeout has been used for First Baptist. Portersville still remains with theirs. Whether or not they'll need it, they're 3 points away from closing out this series. Moving on into the bracket reset. Jayla Sarver substituting on in spot of Ellie Hendricks. First time Sarver's been on the court here in this series. I don't know if I've seen her today. Katrina Eisler with that serve hits the net. That's her second service error in this game, or this set. I always read it as a set of games. I don't know. It might be different in volleyball. It's game, set, match. I don't know. Set, game, match. It's an illusion to me. Charles forward, Eisler near side. Charles right hand off the cut. Nice diving play there by Ashton, but it will not matter as Kylie on the front line really shown up in a big way. Portersville Warriors at 19. First Baptist Eagles at 17. Service makes it up and over. Cooper finding its way forward. Top side, met the Met. Off the right hand with an attack. McCaslin ready. Eisler back center. McCaslin with a back line attack goes off Kaylee, and that one will land out of bounds. And the Portersville Warriors are at match point. 1 more to go. Service makes it up and across. Goes off Osterlin. Right-handed by Charles, goes off the block, and that's going to do it. They have a chance. The Portersville Warriors going to a newly reformed best-of-3 winner-takes-all series, and that will do it for this matchup. 21-17, the final score of Game 2, and a sweep over the First Baptist Eagles that have not dropped a game against Portersville so far this year. We'll see what they got whenever we come back. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast. My name is Gabriel Eisler. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Said. Teams out on the court, ready to rock, ready to roll. It's the championship series again. Part 2, the bracket reset. Portersville Warriors top side taking the game off the First Baptist Eagles on the near side. A 2-game sweep. Both these teams have seen each other. This will be the 4th time today. Or the 4th time in the last 2 days. Day 1, First Baptist was able to take out Portersville. Day 2, the first time in the winners final. These two teams played another best of 3. First Baptist, once again, came out victorious. I gave them a walk into the grand finals, which was the last game between these two teams, as Portersville had to battle against the Grove City Griffins, where they also found a 2-game sweep, walking into the last matchup. They've just played non-stop volleyball since that loss to First Baptist. Beautiful spike! Almost a block, but Ellie Hendricks, a little too hot to handle on that front line. First point going First Baptist way. They know what they need to do, but will they be able to do it? Off the sidearm, beautiful spot on the serve. Not sure if it was intentional, but we will say it was. Diving over by Taylor, just not quite able to come up with the ball. Butterworth on to play the front line in spot of Katrina Eisler, number 22. Charles here to serve, number 11 in the navy blue. 1-1 the score here in game 1 in this best of 3. Same verse as before. Every game in this tournament has been a best of 3 first 2 games. The 21 capping out at 23. Game 3 being to 11. That one might have changed. We'll find out. I didn't get anything saying otherwise, but there is a possibility. Either way, tournament organizer Sam is on the right side of your screen in the orange, so whatever happens, he will see it. Maddie Osterling, top side to Ellie. Finish that one up. Charles finds Butterworth with a bump center. Dutois over the shoulder to finish that one up. Maddie Metz finds his way off the hands of Osterling. Right, left-hand attack by Ellie Hendricks. Wanted it more than Ashton Metz on the far side front, but it'll land out of bounds. Portersville leads it 2-1. Up and across, finding its way forward. Off to the near side. Right-hand attack by Ashton Metz. Not able to find it on the back pedal. Here's Charles. Throwing over. Goes off Taylor. Running after it. Osterland not able to get the hand on it. And it's now 5-1. Where does the time go? Service by Charles, keeps it tight to the net. Goes over to Ashton Metz with a hard cut attack. McCaslin from the back line finds Charles with a set to Dutois. Throws it over the block, applied by Ashton Metz. Osterlund back over to the tip over top the net by Ellie Hendricks. Charles, Butterworth, right hand through the block of Ellie. Finds Maddie Metz. Right hand attack by Ellie through the block, the double block. The little formation of the wall from Portersville. Now one will not be returned. First Baptist picking up point number 2 here in this first game in our bracket reset. Ashton Metz here to serve it up, number 19 from the First Baptist side. Throws that one up and across the net, finding its way off of Steele. Charles, center set, Dutois, nice try, but not enough to get it past Osterlund. Off the back line, the bump is made, hits the ceiling, comes down stronger. Now one finds its way back down on the Portersville paint. Here's Ashton Metz, they're down by 2, it's 3-5. Service makes it over. Finding a set near side, Butterworth tips it off the block of Ellie Hendricks. Good composition by the defense. Nice shot, but not enough. That one hits the subsection of the netting. Samantha Cooper, smile in the face, as always. I'll do better next time. 6 serving 3. Portersville up. Good service there by Green. Maddie Metz. Osterlund. Near side, Ellie with a great attack. McCaslin gets a piece, goes against the net. But nobody there to get that secondary touch as it rolls off. Josie Osterling there with that serve. Going off to Charles, topside Butterworth. Right hand attack softly towards that 10-foot line. Goes off Ellie Hendricks, and that's going to be out of bounds. Seven to 4. Portersville making a statement. Says this trophy's ours this year. They still got some more steps to take. Naomi with a great serve. Going over to Ellie Hendricks to set this one far side. Cooper right hand hits the top of the net, thrown up, and that will be a double touch or a fourth touch. Either way, Portersville picking up the point, 8 to 4. Naomi Dutois, number 15, serves this one near side. Beautiful diving play, hits the ceiling, comes back down. Diving play again. Ellie Hendricks over to Samantha Cooper to finish that one off. Right hand punch there by Spink. Goes off Maddie Metz. Set up to the top side, but not enough to find its way to Samantha Cooper. She tried her best, but sometimes just not quite quick enough. Dutois here to serve yet again. It's 9 for Portersville, 4 for First Baptist. Service hits the midsection of the net, and that one will fall down without a second contestant. Ellie Hendricks to serve the 5-9 game. It's game 1. Bracket reset championship. That's inbounds. The call by the far side line judge. Ellie Hendricks not going to say no. Nice service. Going off McCaslin. No, that's just going to be another service ace. First Baptist taking points where they get them, and they're getting them pretty easily right now. Ellie Hendricks looking to do it again. 7 to 9. Throwing up, clears the ceiling, finding his way near side. Right hand by Steele, not able to return it though. Ellie Hendricks finding a way to get points on the board on her own. The only First Baptist player to touch the ball in the last 3 volleys. That one hits the net. I talked her up too big. That one's on me. Katrina Eisler, number 22, on to serve and spotted number 7, Kara Butterworth. (10-8). Goes off Kaylee. Set up by Maddie. Right hand by Taylor. Kept alive there by Green. Eisler. Right hand by Spink. Thrown forward there by Ellie Hendricks. Maddie. Right hand by Cooper. Thrown across the net to the Portersville side. Bumped up Eisler. Finds Charles with a sidearm. Kaylee. Maddie. Back to Taylor Hendricks. Down the straight. No, it doesn't go. Portersville now at 11. Looking to get to 21. Turned down the straight from Katrina Eisler's service. Ellie, Maddie, set across there by Cooper. Izzy Green finds Eisler down the straight. McCaslin from the back line with an attack. Blocked away! Taylor Hendricks. Here's Samantha Cooper to serve the 9-11 game. Diving play by McCaslin. Tipped over there by Taylor Hendricks. Eisler with a secondary. Kylie with a nice try at the attack. But it looks like Ashton Metz finds a better spot coming back across the other way. Samantha Cooper down by 1, 10 to 11. Serves that one up and across. Finding a punch up. That one lands over to the Eagles side. Secondary try. The third touch is made by Ashton Metz. Set top side. Charles finds Eisler from the back line. Off the block. Down it goes. Taylor Hendricks got a piece of it. Not sure if it was intentional. The attack there from Eisler. But either way, we find ourselves a point going out to the navy blue side. 12 to 10. Service goes over. Ellie Hendricks. Top side by Maddie finds Ashton. Right hand. Blocked down from the net. I think they're going to give that credit over to Spink. That one trickles over. That diving effort from the back line. Steele not able to grab a hold of it. And Portersville going to talk about it afterwards. Maddie Metz here, number 11, to serve the 11-12 game. Never's able to make it up and over, finding its way off McCaslin. Eisler to the near side, right hand from Green. Down it goes in the corner. What a spot. She just loves this near side outside edge. Marvelous. 13 now, Portersville. 11 for First Baptist. Kaylee looking in for Maddie Metz. Here's the libero from Portersville. Kinsey McCaslin there with a great service going off. Kaylee, top side from Osterling. Right hand Ashton Metz kept alive there by Steele. Eisler, near side, right hand. Green off the block, out of bounds. Elvis leaves the building. McCaslin service, not able to make it over top the net. And it's now 12-14. Taylor Hendricks, a great serve, going off to the near side. Will be out, let go, and the call is in. Portersville getting a few breaks here, a few breaks there. They're not going to complain about it. Eisler to the bench, number 22, and the front line in her spot is Kara Butterworth on the near side front. See where she actually plays. 15 serving 12. Taylor squares up to it. The ball is shaky. Get to see that from this camera angle. Off the near side set by Izzy Green. Finding its way by Osterling down the middle. Right hand goes off Dutois. Diving play by Green. Kept alive and returned by Steele. Off of Kaylee and down. On the First Baptist side, Izzy Green, great sacrifice on that play. They're working it out. 16 on the board for the Portersville Warriors. 12 on the board for the First Baptist Eagles. The gap is 4. Serve able to make it up and over. Taylor snapped down by Butterworth on the far side front. Timeout by the First Baptist Eagles. When we come back, Portersville's got the serve 17-12. Alrighty, both teams on the court, ready to rock, ready to roll. The one timeout has been used from First Baptist. They do not get another one. Charles serve. Goes off Taylor. Samantha. Backside over the net there by Osterling. Set up topside Charles. Right hand comes across from Butterworth. Finds Taylor. Josie, right hand there. Comes across to Ashton Metz, able to find the floorboards with a great spot once again. picking apart the defense. 13 now for the First Baptist Eagles. 17 remains for the Portersville Warriors. Service curving to the right, finding its way off Steele with a secondary finalizer, McCaslin, and that might have been out of bounds. Who's to say? We'll never know. Cooper, right hand, comes across, stays clear of the ceiling, finding its way near side, right hand attack. Green goes off the block, and that's out of bounds. Man. That's one of those blocks that you feel the burn afterwards. 18-13. Portersville 3 points away from closing it out. Near side Osterling, right hand by Yelly, kept alive there by McCaslin, hits the ceiling, comes back down, diving for it, but not able to get a hold of it. Great try there by Charles, number 11. Josie Osterling. 14-18. There's that one up and across. Izzy, soft serve, right hand off Dutois. From the block, clear of the ceiling, finding its way off the hands of Cooper. Over the shoulder there by Ellie Hendricks. Diving play by McCaslin. Diving play by Charles. Neither able to get that back up into a playable position. Here's Josie. 15-18. First Baptist down. Service leans right side. That one hits the net. 2 more points to end off the first game in this bracket reset. Naomi throws that one across, finds Osterling. Maddie Metz near side, right hand here, Ellie Hendricks. No, she sets it across instead. Not quite the launch that she was hoping for. But it came down to it. 1 more point. Match point Warriors. 20-15. Only number 15 to serve it. Naomi Dutois. That one goes out of bounds. And that will do it for game number 1. 21-15 the final score. And we'll bring you right back when game 2 is ready to rock and roll. Once again. Both teams back out on the court, ready to rock, ready to roll. Referee made sure everybody's in their rotation spot, and we will get this one underway. Portersville getting the first serve as First Baptist served during the first game. This might be the end-all be-all. Portersville needs 1 more game to go their way. First Baptist needs to win 2 in order to claim the championship. But that's been going on for at least 3 games. That block goes off the Portersville side and down on their own. That's why it's coming back for First Baptist. Taylor Hendricks. Great serve. Goes off Butterworth. Charles topside set. Green there to finish it off. Metz. Nice dump off there by Osterling. For that setup down center, Dutois almost finds another kill that way. Ellie, right hand, over the block, nice control, but not able to get that one back up. And the carry is called. And I believe it was number 15, Naomi Dutois on the front side. 2-0 now the score. Portersville not quite able to find themselves on the board yet. Taylor Hendricks with a solid service, going out the hands of Butterworth. Near side set, Butterworth, right hand, off the hands of Maddie Osterling. Back off Ellie. Diving play, not able to get underneath it. Kata Steele. Back there, number 5 in the navy blue. Taylor Hendricks with a great service. Goes off the hands of Steele. Near side, right hand Butterworth hits the antenna on the way through. Deemed out of bounds as soon as the ball makes contact with either of those candy canes on the sides of the net. Perfectly in line with the near side and far side long ways out of bounds lines. Diving play, thrown up underneath the net. Steele, the only point of contact out there for the Portersville Warriors, and it's 5-0. Taylor Hendricks didn't like that one. She'll get a second, but you only get 2. Service up and across. Finding a block there by Ellie Hendricks. Goes off Dutois, back over to the First Baptist side. Osterling, center, right hand. Ellie off the block of Dutois. Down it goes on the Portersville side. Here's Taylor Hendricks, once again, number 25 to serve it up. Lasers that one over. Butterworth, Charles, back set over to Green, punches it up and over. Osterling, Ellie Hendricks, back set. Right hand to Ashton. Nice diving play by Green. Kept alive Dutois, Green the finish. Taylor, Osterling, top side, right hand, Ashton goes off the block of Butterworth. Set up by Charles, secondary there by Butterworth, finalizer by Green, not able to get it to go. 7-0 early here in game 2. Portersville still not on the board after winning 3 consecutive games. Service there by Taylor, hits the net, and that'll give them a break. Was it a weird rotation? Was it not? I guess we'll find out as Izzy Green gets the nod to serve, wearing number 9 for the Portersville Warriors. Service up and over, Maddie Metz. Osterling, tipped over there by Ellie Hendricks. Finding its way off to the near side, right hand from the block, not able to catch it. Ellie Hendricks looking for that one up at the wall. That one's not able to pass go. Portersville catching a few strides here early on in the second. Green serves, goes off Ashton. Diving play, Osterling throws it over top the net, run back by Steele. A swing and a miss by Ellie Hendricks. Hitting anything and everything that came in arm's reach of her during that approach. The ball is just a little bit after. 3 now for the Warriors, 7 for the Eagles. Now one hits the net to make it a total of 8-3. Ashton Metz here, number 19, to serve it up for the First Baptist Eagles. Service down the middle, goes off Green. Top side, right hand Butterworth comes across with that one. Finding a right hand there by Ellie Hendricks. Oh my goodness, what a spot. Great kill. Ashton Metz gets to do it again, 9-3 on the board. Service goes up and across, finding its way out McCaslin, back over. Osterling. Ellie Hendricks goes off the touch of Kata Steele on the near side. That one goes out off the back end of the Portersville end. Ten serving 3. Service there by Ashton. Goes up McCaslin. Set top side from Charles. Right hand by Steele. Kept going by Cooper. Top side back over to Cooper. Right hand off the block of Portersville. Kept alive by McCaslin. Thrown over by Charles. Right hand by Green. Hits the top. Not able to get it over. And First Baptist now at 11. First Baptist using their timeouts. Pretty, well, what's the opposite of sparingly? Not sparingly. Portersville have yet to take a timeout so far here in the grand finals, bracket reset. Diving play, Cooper. That goes out of bounds. That's the break they needed. They got to get rid of the monotony, get out of the rut, and get into a new flow. Some call it the flow state. That's when you're at the peak of your game. You're feeling it. You're connected at like a spiritual level. Let's see if they can get there. Backside set, Ellie Hendricks thrown over top, kept alive there by Izzy Green. Back near side right hand from Steele, blocked away, Ellie Hendricks takes another victim. Josie Osterling here, number 3 for the First Baptist Eagles. Serves the 12-4 difference. That one hits the net. Eisler on, 22. Butterworth off, number 7. Trina Eisler with that service, going up and to Taylor, return towards the net. That one's returned off the hands of Samantha Cooper. Eisler, right hand Charles, comes over with some heat. Osterling tames it. Maddie, Ellie. McCaslin gets a piece, that one's gonna fall out to the deep zone. And the Eagles find themselves another reason to be happy right now. 13 on the board for the girls in the blue on the near side. What color is that? It's not navy, but it's too light to be called navy. Too dark to be called just like blue. I don't know, Chief. Either way, Eagles now at 14. Warriors remain at 5 here in game 2. Timeout called by the Portersville Warriors. When we come back, it's the Eagles service as they lead at 14-5. Teams out on the court, ready to rock, ready to roll once again. 14 serving 15. Ellie Hendricks there sends it over, too far gone, and that one lands out of bounds. Serving it up, Kata Steele here, number 5. Sends it up and across, finding its way off Taylor Hendricks, but not able to get that one to go back into the wheelhouse. As it ricochets off the left side, it's now 7-14. Kata Steele to do it again. Ashton Metz first try on it. Finding its way up the far side, right-hand attack comes down with some heat. Cut the line with a second, but not the third. In the First Baptist Eagles find a way to get the gears turning again. Samantha Cooper, 15-7 on the board. Eagles leading. It's that one up and across, finding its way up McCaslin. Eisler near side, right hand there. Izzy Green lobs it out of bounds. Now one comes back to First Baptist. Nice service, not able to get under it. McCaslin down on the ground. Feeling it, becoming one with it. 10's the gap, 17-7 on the board. Samantha Cooper there throws it over. Caslin, Eisler, topside Charles, throws this one over top the net, controlled by Ellie. Maddie, then a right hand from Ashton, diving play, returns that one steal. Ashton with another one, hits the ground before the fist, and it comes back out to First Baptist. Nice attack by Ashton Metz. The defense just a little too deep on that one from Portersville. 3 away from closing out game 2 and forcing a third. Bumping that one over was Kata Steele. Maddie Metz, right hand Taylor Hendricks, deep into the zone, out of bounds. They're still down by 10. Kinsey McCaslin here, 8-18. Over the net, nice service, very clean cut. Maddie Metz, the final save, throws it over. Diving play by McCaslin, nobody there to help her out. Now it's going to come back to bite them. 2 more points is all that is needed to throw this bracket reset into a game 3. A lot of volleyball has been played here today. Service by Maddie Metz, controlled by McCaslin, up over the net, punched by Taylor Hendricks, but not able to take charge. 9-19, 2 mistakes can be made if Portersville is going to close it out in this game. 1 mistake technically can be made, but 2 if they make it back to 19. Or I suppose beyond. Service off the near side, goes off Taylor, down onto the floor. Now it's going to come back to Portersville's side, 10-19 on the board. Service down the near side. Saved by Taylor. Finds its Osterling down the center. Right-hand Cooper shoots it through the hoop. Off to the near side. Right hand from Green comes out. Set far side. Right hand from Osterling. Past the block. And Ashton Metz with a beautiful attack. Splits the defense like Moses split the Red Sea and finds nothing but a little bit of land at the end of that. Taylor Hendricks here to serve up the match point. Sends it up and across. On her knees, Steele finding his way up Butterworth. Thrown over there by Charles. Off the block. They have a chance. It's a long shot. I'm not going to say anything else than that. I've said things before, and I've regretted saying things before. Green, service. Taylor with a touch. Kept alive by Ashton. Thrown over by Osterling. Naomi. Charles. Butterworth throws it. Finds its way up Osterling. Taylor with it now. Ellie throws it across, finding its way up Naomi. And then a right-hander comes across, finding the paint by Steele. They're now at 12. Service made up and across, going off 90 Metz. Cooper back towards that front line, finding his way off Ashton, incompleted. Let go, out of bounds! Timeout by the First Baptist Eagles, 13, Portersville 20. For First Baptist, we'll be right back after the minute is over. Both sides ready to rock and roll once again. The gap is 7. Portersville needs to make it all the way. Service over the net. Maddie finds Osterling. Top side. Set across there by Ellie. Steele. Diving play Green. Not enough. And we have game 3. Final score, game 2. 21 Eagles, 13 Warriors. We'll bring you back when game 3 is ready to rock and roll for the final time this tournament. Both sides out on the court, ready to rock and roll once again. First Baptist Eagles near side have the serve here in game 3, the last game in the tournament. We're playing to 11. 11 completed attacks, serves, service aces, blocks even. Will get you a championship. This is the first time in a long time the Slippery Rock Panthers are not on the court for this event. It's time to crown someone else. Zeros on the board. Both teams get one timeout. We're playing to 11. We'll find out if there's even a cap. Starts the serve, goes off Steele. Charles with a hand on that one, finding McCaslin down the center, throws it up but not over, and the first point comes out wearing a lighter shade of blue than the other team. That was the most sports safe thing I've ever said. You got to score more points to beat the other team. You got to get balls over the net. You got to keep the other team from putting balls on your side of the court. McCaslin finding its way off Steele, over the top and down it goes. What? All right. They said it hit the floor. Ellie Hendricks pleading her case. I don't know what happened, but if they are pleading what is true, that would have been insane. They will converse. service there, finding his way off Taylor, finding Osterling, set over top the net by Ellie, diving play there. Thankfully, that little controversy wasn't the one that ended the game, because wow, there'd be some people a little uppity about that one. Samantha Cooper, off the block, Naomi Dubois says hello. 2-1, Portersville leads. Service down, pretty pin straight, thrown up, and underneath the net. It will fall out of bounds regardless, and Portersville takes an early 3-1 lead. Service up and over, hits the ceiling on the return. That's going to be another point for Portersville. Portersville feeling pretty all right now, but it's not over. You can't give up. You can't give in. A great service by Charles. Miscommunication on the Eagles side and a timeout called by First Baptist, and that's one huddle I don't want to be in right now. 5 Portersville, 1 Eagles. Portersville serve, and we come back after the break. Teams on the court, ready to rock, ready to roll once again. Portersville with a handsome 4-point lead, sitting on a 5-1 tree. Charles here with the serve, number 11 on the Portersville side. Kept alive by Maddie Metz. Top side set by Osterling. Right hand there by Ellie. Goes off the block of Butterworth, but it's going to find the ground. Ashton Metz here to serve it up for the girls in the Eagles blue. 2-5. Service goes over. Finding a handoff steal. Topside set. Green with an attack. Goes off. And that one's going to come down out of bounds. Good try by Josie Osterling. And that one would have been magnificent if caught. Portersville 5 points away from ending this with a championship. Only dropping 1 game in the previous 4 to First Baptist. And that one takes them 1 step closer. First Baptist, for the first 2 games, took them out, I think 4 sets out of 5. Or 3 sets out of 5. 3 games out of 5. I don't know which it is. Handled by Metz, finding his way forward. Osterling here to the far side. Our near side set. Thrown back over by Charles. Haley, Osterling, top side, thrown over with some heat. Kept alive there to the front line. Popped up, right hand there by McCaslin. Kept alive by Ashton Metz. Thrown up, kept going there by Maddie, and a finishing touch there by Ellie Hendricks. Green, Butterworth, finished off Dutois. Down the center, right hand, off the block, kept alive, but no! Butterworth got a hand on it, but it was not enough to keep it in the air. Great block, great attempted block by Dutois, but a better aggressive hit by Ellie Hendricks to bring out First Baptist's 3rd point here in Game 3. Josie Osterling with that serve. Went out the hand to steal. Throwing up Charles. Dutois bumps it over top the net. Ashton, Maddie, down center. Ellie Hendricks thrown over. Diving. No, it doesn't matter. Emotions on the court and in the ball. Every play matters, and that's the weight on the shoulders of every player on the court here today. Josie Osterling with a right-handed serve. Steal, Charles, center, Dutois, throws past the block, but not Cooper. Cooper here receives it. Right hand off the block, diving, play keeps it going, diving again, finds it to the back line, thrown off the fist. Steele gets a hand on it. I think Kinsey might have been in a better position for it, but you can't call anything whenever you can't even hear your own thoughts. 5-7. Josie Osterling throwing another one over, finding its way off of Green. Short set, Dutois throws, it scores! And another one! Off the shallow end. Courtois here to serve the 8-5 game. Portersville in the lead. We'll see if they can get it farther. Oh, that's out of bounds, but just barely. Ellie Henricks, number 0 for the First Baptist Eagles. 6 serving 7. Throws that one across. Finds a way to handle it for Charles. Steal to finish. Haley. Maddie. Bumps over by Taylor. McCasley. Kinsey finds a right-hander there by Steele. Scores off the deep far side. Steele righting her wrongs, bringing the team within 2 of a championship. A substitution called. Katrina Eisler onto the court. And so is Jade. Jade's coming on to play the back near side. Katrina Eisler on to play the back far side. Katrina will have the serve. 2 more is the difference. Making sure Jade's shoes are all right. Now the coach is going somewhere. The coach is leaving. It was too much. What has happened? Is there a wet spot on the court? I don't know. We're playing ball. We ride with it. Thrown up and over by McCasley. Finding its way off the hands of Osterling. Cooper, near side. Able to get a hand on that one was Maddie Metz. Jade, top side Katrina. Finds a right-hander there from Charles. Josie, Maddie, right-hand Cooper. Goes off the block on the front line by Kylie. Kinsey finds Katrina with a back, with an over-the-shoulder bump for a backline attack. Somehow working out. Kaylee says no, take it back. We don't want that. Another one, top side, right hand, Charles diving, almost diving. Thinking about diving. Hendricks able to keep it alive, controlled by Eisler. Goes off Charles, near side, over, hits the net, and it's out of bounds. They still have a chance. 7-9 on the board. Portersville's coach still not in the building. Coach K's on a spiritual quest. Looking to vanquish, oh no. I've talked to many volleyball experts, and I think all of them would agree that wasn't ideal. Unless you're from Portersville. Jade off, back comes Izzy Green for the match point. The tournament point, really. Osterling, topside Maddie, right hand Ashton, gets it over. Nice control, not a nice touch at all. That one falls off the back line. 2 points the gap. 8 serving 10. 1 mistake ends the tournament for the First Baptist Eagles. Maddie feels all of that. Great service over top the netted. Finding a way off, dumping it down, Steele with a dive. Right hand Taylor, diving play McKinsey, but not able to get a hold of it. And they're back within 1. The next 2-point lead is this year's champion. 9-10. First Baptist with the serve. Maddie Metz, beautiful serve. Goes off Steele. Nobody there. Timeout called by the Portersville Warriors. 10-10 when we come back. It's First Baptist with the ball. Referee has not given the signal, so I don't really have a confirmation, but I feel like they have. Maddie Metz to serve. And that's out of bounds. Oh my goodness. How about that? Everybody's up in arms one way to cheer, the other way to jeer. Axland serving the match point. Off to the far side, a right hand from Ashton Metz. Almost able to find pay dirt. Steele was there to say no. Taylor, Ashton right hand across. Nice control by Katrina Eisler. Back for it, thrown over. Dutois gets it done! And it's all over. The Portersville Warriors find a way to kick it out in Game 3. They came up from the loser's bracket. They took out the team that brought them there. And then they did it again. Beautiful series. And after this, we will give out the awards. Don't know how the audio always works out, but all I know is everybody on the court played a fabulous game, and one that I'm excited to see how it progresses throughout the season. Both these teams seeing each other, I think, twice in the regular season and probably in the playoffs for the SWCAC, and I'll hopefully be there to record it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's it for me here tonight. We'll take a look at the awards, and then we'll close it out for the final time. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Gabriel Eisler, and hopefully we'll see you in the next broadcast.